What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Miami Tip, and y'all know I represent Dade County all day.
Okay, now hold on, Tip.
I'm
We're
listening.
gonna start right off the jump and put this to an end right now because I had put you in like one of Miami's hottest female artists, and then a bunch of people came and said, "Hold on, Tip not from Miami, she from Broward." So I'm like, I'm like, huh? So now you saying they, so now you just squash it. Explain the confusion between
The confusion is that I was born in New York, and my mom moved here when I was 10. My mom moved me to Coral Springs. I used to run away to Fort Lauderdale, so I used to run the streets of Lauderhill, Deep Side. And then when I turned 17 and I started dancing in Dade, I started getting money in Dade. I never left, and I'm still here.
Okay,
so Miami is the city that pays me.
Okay, so let's rewind back a little bit. You say you was like, you always revert back to your childhood and remind us how you used to be a bad little girl and then how you transitioned. What do you think led you to be such a bad child?
Well,
from your own words.
Well, my mom moved me from New York, and that's where all my family was, and I felt some type of way. So I was very rebellious when I got to Miami. Then my mom was gay, which I was also confused about and mad about. So I just was trying to do everything to get back at my mom. Kept running away from her because I was just mad at her, and got introduced to the streets. And
well, I'm happy to see that you and your mother now have a great relationship.
Maybe like this.
Yeah, so y'all best friends. So that's that's a whole nother story.
Right.
So now, everybody knew you as like one of the top strippers in the country. Miami Tip Drill from like the original. I mean, you've been on BT and Cut, you've been in hella videos, you've been in Nicki Minaj videos. So you was like a pretty popular dancer. And then you had an accident. And then that changed your life.
Right.
But before your accident happened, was you contemplating being an artist?
Yes, well, it started off as a joke before I fell. And then after I fell, I was like, I need a plan B. And I fell on the music.
So now, I'm bouncing back and forth, but talking about falling, I know you saw the video of the girl who just fell off the pole, and I don't remember where she was from, but she hit it pretty hard, and I think she broke a couple of bones and jaw and stuff like that. And I saw you like with a heartfelt message. Did you automatically feel like the same thing like that you went through for her?
When I seen the video, it brought I had chills all over my body. Like it brought me back to my moment. It was very emotional to see it and to watch it happen all over again. But thank God, like her injuries was not as bad as mine, and she was able to keep twerking after.
That was a little talent. Now let me ask you a question: Was there video of your incident?
There was no video because when I fell, social media wasn't out yet.
Right, so that's what I'm trying to think, because this girl went viral. Like she said it was a blessing.
Well, I feel like I kind of went viral before viral was viral. Right. Because remember, like all the blogs had me everywhere. I was on News Time. News Times came and interviewed me. I was on the front of Media Takeout. Twitter was just starting. I was all over Twitter. All the stars like Drake, Mary J. Blige, Missy, Rico Love, Plies. Everybody was reaching out to me, and a lot of people helped raise money for me. It's like people on Instagram now is like, oh, Tip, where's your GoFundMe? You need to do a GoFundMe because this girl got a GoFundMe and she got this much money. But what people don't know, because I wasn't able to explain it because of social media back then, is that a lot of people, I did get a lot of money when I fell.
Oh, okay, so you did. But I know you recently told me that you didn't win your lawsuit against KOD, was it at the time?
I didn't win. I would have won. They were trying to settle for $750,000. What happened with me is that in the midst of my lawsuit, I started back drinking and stuff, and I started getting aggravated with my lawyer. And then I was making money, so I would wake up with a hangover and be like, I don't want to go to see the lawyer today. He's aggravating, and then I already had money, so I kind of just let it go. But I would have won.
And speaking of drinking, now I found out that you recently stopped drinking. Because I remember waking up to those videos of you like drunk ranting
every morning
say you're giving up drinking. So now you finally gave up drinking.
Yeah, completely.
And it seemed like you transitioned from being an artist, because I know you said you quit being an artist because you spent so much money on yourself and you didn't want to spend another dime.
Right.
But if you had an investor, you would.
I would. Well, I think now, because I'm falling in love with the whole process of managing and watching, help bring someone else to their end goal, I probably wouldn't do the artist thing anymore either because it just requires a lot. It's very stressful.
So we're not gonna get no bars from you at the end of this video.
No, you're not gonna get no bars from me at the end of this video.
So now you transform from being an artist to being a manager, and you picked up a really popping act, Sukihana. Like, how did that happen?
Well, let me first start by saying that I was really adamant about helping another female. And I went to a couple females and they just blew me off like, Tip, no, you still dance. We don't want to, we can't. Okay, fine. So Suki, I was rooting for her behind the scenes. Like when I knew in my mind that I wanted to quit music and I wanted to help someone else, Suki came up on my radar. And behind the scenes, I was seeing her work around a lot of people, be around a lot of people that could have helped her or put her in a certain situation. I was just like, you know what, let me help her. So I reached out without her even knowing. I got this beat made that I was very adamant about getting made. Remember, I told you about it. And I got it made, and the rest is history. Suki came down here. We were supposed to record one song. We ended up recording like 8 songs or something in a session. And her grind is undeniable. I've never met a woman that like works as hard as I work or harder. And the rest, we're here now.
So what did you get the motivation to say, you know what, this is where I'm going to be serious about this transition? Like, how did that happen? When did you make that decision?
I don't know. I just knew I didn't want to do it anymore because for me at that time, it was because I didn't want to spend any more of my own money. And I just felt like I was overworking myself.
How much money do you think you spent on yourself?
I write down every dollar that I spend till this day. And when I calculated last, it was over 250,000. So I'm probably at a little bit over 300,000 that I spent on myself because I didn't know the business. Had I known the business before, I think that 300,000, I would have been able, I probably wouldn't have spent that much and I would have recouped a lot of it if I did spend that much.
So the stuff that you learned along the years as being an artist is what made you feel like you qualified to be a good manager?
Yes. Because I could help someone not make the mistakes that I made and help them get there faster.
So now, on the manager side, you being someone who looks at talent, you're very popular in Miami, you know it from head to toe. What do you feel like the Miami music scene is missing, or do you feel like it's in a good position now?
The only thing I feel like with Miami artists, period, is that no one likes to listen. Everyone feels like they made it already and they don't want help or they don't know how to take criticism or, to say, well, look, I know you're comfortable doing it this way. How about we try it this way? That's the only problem that I see with Miami artists because a lot of people have had, touch success or had a song that was doing good or things like that. And people feel like, oh, well, I'm Beyonce or I'm Jay-Z already. And you ain't even like touch the basis of it. I think they don't want to be, I don't want to say they don't want to be helped. They just, they don't listen. Okay. They don't want to listen.
So how do you feel about being on TV? You're in another season of Love and Hip Hop Miami. Mm-hmm. This is like the 3rd season?
Yes.
Or 2nd season?
3rd.
So you were picked from day one. They just love your character. They love your story.
I was the first person they interviewed for Miami Love and Hip Hop. This was like 6 years ago.
Wow. Because you were still that popular.
Yeah, at that time.
How big do you think the Tip Drill brand was at one time?
Big as hell. I think it's still big now. I just don't be trying to do nothing.
But did you think you lose some fans when you changed the name though? Like people know it was Miami Tip now?
No, because the changing of the name was to have people look at me from a different angle versus just look at me as Tip Drill as the stripper because I was doing music at that time. So I was like, well, if I say Tip Drill, they're just going to think of a stripper. Let me try to make my name more commercial and change it a little bit so they could probably listen to the music more, I guess. Okay. That's what I was trying to do.
Okay, so what's one of your favorite things about Miami right now?
I love everything about Miami. I hate to leave Miami. I love everything about Miami. Everything's for sale 24/7. It don't get no better than that.
So what's your favorite place to hang out?
My favorite place to hang out, the strip club, any strip club.
Okay, you know what I meant to ask you about your book. Mm-hmm. So tell me a little bit about that because I see you promote the book all the time. It seems like it's a very deep Right. And you wrote it all yourself, right?
Yes.
And I see you working on another one.
Yes.
So tell us about the one you got out right now.
My book, The Bottom Line, is an anthology about 10 different dancers that some way, somehow had to make their way into the strip club, or some of them overcame it. Some of them got drawn in, by the environment. It was some of them, it was a come up, and for some it was a downfall. It's a real story. It's from my own eyes. Every situation in the book has a little bit of me in it. It's really, really good. I'm not just saying it because I wrote it. I'm actually in school for film production because I want to turn my book into a series. And I don't know, the book is so good. I read it every 3 months, every 4 months. I read it again. It's like I didn't even write it.
What's some feedback you've gotten from anyone in your fans that has stood out to you the most?
Everybody is just like, wow, I cannot put this book down. Everybody. I haven't gotten a bad comment on that book yet.
Okay. Like going back to the strip club world, do you feel like it's a big difference between the girls, the way they are now, and the girls 10 years ago, whether it's like just drug usage, whether it's body changes, whether it's a mentality?
The game is definitely 100% different. Right now, girls are getting into it because they feel like it's glamorized. So girls is like 17 getting their body done, rushing to get in the game, not knowing there's so much more behind it. Back when I started, we were it was, first of all, nobody wanted to be on camera. Nobody wanted to take pictures. It was a secret. We were in the game, a lot of us, because, we was broke, or we had situations with our parents, or we was going through shit, you know what I'm saying? Now girls is getting in the game because they see that all the rappers is wifing up old strippers, or, you know what I'm saying? It's more glamorized now. So everybody's trying to do it. And I see that's why more girls is mentally just fucked up, and a lot more shit happening in the strip club because they're not mature enough for it.
So you think they just think it's all the eye candy of it, and they see the money, right?
Right. They see the money.
Is the money a lot more or a lot less these days?
It ain't the same. The money back then, we talking about like when, I don't know, the drugs was there, everything. When the streets are doing good, the strip club doing good. The streets ain't doing good right now, so the strip club ain't doing good.
So you could dictate what's you could dictate how healthy the street market is based on how good.
Yeah, like if you see something on the internet where they like a boat sees 50 bricks or 100 bricks, we be like, damn, we finna have a slow week. We just know.
You felt it immediately?
We knew. We were like, damn, club finna be slow. We got to go through the drought with the niggas too.
And then you always have the crazy girls that come out and burn out fast, and you have these girls that's lasting forever. Like,
right.
What's the big difference? What's the difference in how did drugs impact the strip club?
Because it's the type of people that go to the strip club and blow money fast is the niggas that make it fast on the streets. So if the niggas is straight and they eating, or, you know what I'm saying, people getting their taxes when it was easy to get your tax return and you was getting more money, they was coming to the club and blowing it.
Okay, so the drugs part, like, because a lot of females are popping pills now, but was they really popping like they popping now?
See, the drugs back then, we ain't never gonna see that ever again in life.
Right.
Okay, see, the drugs now is just mixed with a whole bunch of shit. That's why these hoes is half retarded. But the drugs will never be the same.
Okay, what else is popping in Miami that you're excited about?
I don't know. I'm excited about everything. I feel like everybody's eye is on Miami. Miami is I don't know what's supposed to happen, but something big is going to happen for Miami because it ain't never been like this.
So you feel like the city is buzzing right now?
Right. And I don't know what we're going to do and how we're going to do it, but we're going to do it.
Any advice to any of the artists coming up?
Get you a good team and be willing to listen and take constructive criticism. That's about it. So get you a good team. That's the most important part because that's where I fucked up at in the music. I had a fucked up team. I had to learn a lot. I had to go through a lot, and get you a good team. I just switched it, right?
No, that was good. That was good. I feel like I have one more question. I feel like I got one more in me.
What's the question, Chuck?
That's what I'm thinking about. Now, since I always ask about the ladies in their love life, I ask the women that like women, I ask the women that, find love on the gram, but the only man I ever see you post is your son. Mm-hmm. And you did a great job with him, by the way. It looks like
thank you. That is my greatest prize. Oh my God.
But your love life seems like it's been very secretive.
I'm a Capricorn. We're secretive about a lot of things. Like people think that we're supposed to be open, but we're really introverts. So I'm secretive about a lot of stuff.
Yeah, because I mean, some people still see you as Miami tip. You're like, you're still popular with the fellas, and they want to know, like, can they get at you or not?
Yeah.
How can someone approach you?
I like real niggas. I don't like fake niggas.
Would you date a rapper?
I don't date rappers or athletes or nothing. I don't like those.
But
they're
too fake. Sure you get hit on by them all the time.
I do. Mm-hmm.
So what's a curve like?
I just don't answer the DM.
Oh, so that's that's the number one place that they hit you at? That's where it's popping?
Yeah, or if I do give them my text, I might not answer. I don't know.
What's your DM look like? A bunch of blue checks?
I got a lot of blue checks in my DMs.
And it's like you don't take it serious?
I like street niggas. I like real niggas. Like my niggas is the type of niggas that wear Dickies at the bar, but they got a nice watch and nice teeth and clean sneakers on. I don't like my niggas on the couch with all the bottles and all the lights on him. I like the quiet ones, you know what I'm saying, that do their thing. So yeah, that's what I like. So to approach me, like if you do too much name dropping or, I was with such and such yesterday, that's the easiest way to get rid of me. I don't know. I just like real niggas. I like quiet niggas. I don't like flashy niggas.
But are you a hard woman to keep?
No, because I'm real cool. I'm cool and I understand the game. Like I know niggas cheat, so I know you might be cheating. So I'm gonna be texting other niggas too. And like I know what time it is. I've been around the block a couple of times. I learned my lesson. I know what's going on. So it's cool to keep me happy. Just keep it real. You keep it real, we all good. If you come home and say, babe, I fucked another bitch last night, or I just miraculously land in a bitch pussy, I'm gonna say, well, you know what? Maybe it was me. No, I ain't gonna say.
So that whole scenario is. So just throw that whole scenario out the window. That could never happen.
It will never happen. It will never happen. But something like that, I just know, as long as it don't come home and come back to me and you respect me in these streets, that's cool. I know a nigga gonna be a nigga.
Okay. Anything else? And that we out. Say something.
Pretty and Ratchet out on all platforms. Sukihana. I'm taking over the whole 2020. My book, The Bottom Line, for sale everywhere. Follow me on Instagram at MiamiTip305 because you never know what's gonna happen, bitch.